All right, well, I'm getting ready for my first ever backcountry elk hunt, and so I'm learning how to pack stuff. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube. I've also got some friends that I'm going with who have some experience at it, so I've been able to, real fortunate, you know, to pick their brain, and they've really spoon-fed me through this. And so I want to show you what I'm taking in, what I'm packing, how I'm eating, and all that stuff. But I'm a greenhorn, man. I mean, I have zero experience at this. So I kind of came up with my meal plan, and you know, we'll know at the end of this hunt whether it was any good or not. But I'll show you what I'm doing for the folks that might be interested. I'm shooting for, I started out shooting for 3,000 calories a day. Some of the guys I'm watching on YouTube, they're like 3,600 calories a day, but these dudes are, you know, they're muscle bound guys and work out. I'm not that guy. I'm puny. I'm not a big eater. And I didn't realize it until I started paying attention to my meal plans for this, that I'm probably only getting about 1,400 calories a day in my normal day. So when I started putting 3,000 calories together, I'm looking at all this food thinking there's no way. But nonetheless, I kind of stuck with it, and I'm hoping that it works out. So I'm going to show you kind of what day one looks like, or not kind of, but what it does look like. And then I've got 5 days worth in this bag, plus maybe a little extra, bags of ramen, a few things like that. But this is what a typical day is going to look like. I labeled it day one, put it all in one bag, so everything that I need to eat for the first day is going to be right here. I've got it marked 3,050 calories. I weighed it actually, and it says this bag weighs 1.7 pounds. I'll start with breakfast, and it's 2 packs of instant oatmeal. I threw some craisins in there. Later on throughout the week, I'm going to also include some dehydrated bananas in there also, and those are high in calories. Like 28 grams of those is maybe 150 calories. So, and it doesn't take much to get 28 grams, something like that. But anyway, I'll start with a hot breakfast. It's just as simple as heating some water on my jet boil, cut this bag open, pour it in there. It's instant oatmeal, and I'll be eating in just a couple minutes. I'll lay this out of the pack when I go to leave. This is going to be my supper. These either Mountain House or Peak Fuel meals are 2 servings per pack. So what I done was I weighed it out, split it in half, weighed it out, vacuum sealed the other half, so that way, you know, I just don't think that I can eat an entire one of these at the end of the day. I may regret that decision, and I may be starving to death, but that's how I'm going. I also put myself a little note in there that kind of tell me what I keep my focus, and that one says only eat half of the peak meal. So I packed day one with this whole thing in there, and so I put just split it, and then I changed my mind and decided I'd just go ahead and split it now because it'd be easier. So throughout the day, I'm going to have one of these little protein bars. They're 200 calories. This Cliff bar is 260 calories. When I stop for lunch, I got a small pack of tuna. Not high in calories, but it's something a little different. You know, gives me makes me feel like I'm not just eating a bunch of sugary stuff or protein bars. I vacuum sealed the crackers just barely. I didn't really throw it to it because the vacuum sealer will suck the bag up and crush the crackers. So just enough to keep them, to make them solid where they don't crumble, break. So that'll be my lunch. If it were to get kind of cool, which so far the extended forecast doesn't look like that for the first few days, I threw a pack of hot cocoa in there just in case we stop on the trail and you know, we're just sitting around and it gets cool or something, and I want something besides water, I'll just have some hot cocoa. Trail mix, that's, for me, I think that's going to be a game changer, really, because it's high in calories, and you can make, you know, you can mix and match your own. So this one's got it's actually a crushed up cookie now. Crushed up cookie, some banana, and then regular trail mix, high in calories, and, you know, it's not really a ton of food. Something I can just put in my pouch and nibble on as we go while we're looking for that big monster elk. One of these little keto bomb bars, they're 80 calories in that little thing. And then just for good measure, I threw in 3 Werther's Original and a couple sandwich bags for, you know, whatever I might need to split up. So that's going to be how day 1 looks for me, and day 2 is going to be very similar to that. The biggest thing is I'll just about always, every pack I'll have these just because they're small and they're high in calorie. I will have some type of trail mix probably, but we'll see what's in day 2. So this is hot breakfast. I'll go from hot breakfast one day to cold the next, and I would encourage you to, if there's something that you're planning on packing that you've never tried before, I'd encourage you to try it before you go. I made a cold breakfast. It looked great, and I used chocolate protein powder and as my kind of like my milk source. It was disgusting. I did try it later with vanilla. Total game changer. But I'm going to take some powdered milk with me, and hopefully if we'll be close enough to a good cold stream that I can mix the milk up and set it in the water, and it can stay cool all night long. And when I get up in the morning, give it a little shake, pour it in my breakfast, and I've got a cold cereal. So day 2, this one's got, it says 3,090 calories in it. And so this will be one of those Mountain House or Peak Fuel meals that are split in half. I'll leave that in camp. That'll be my supper. This is kind of my trail mix blend for that day. I got a couple cookies in here, some banana, some dried fruit, and some M&Ms. So that'll be kind of my little treat. But this will probably be what I really rely on through the day. 2 beef sticks and some beef jerky. That's lots of calories, good protein, and lightweight. So I vacuum sealed that. I'm also going to take this little, I found this little thing at the grocery store. I thought it was pretty cool. It's a little, it ain't Peter Pan, but it is Skippy. And so I'll take that, and what I've got in here is a pack of miniature tortillas. So I'll throw a couple of those in one of those sandwich bags, extra sandwich bags I got. It'll be like a little bitty, kind of almost peanut butter sandwich, which that's right up my alley. Again, the protein bars. I'll start my morning off right here with a cold breakfast. I've got the vanilla powder in there. If the powdered milk thing doesn't work out for me, it's going to be as simple as putting some shot of cold water in this. That bag will open up. I've done tried it. Mix it up with my spoon just a little bit. And that vanilla protein powder, no, it doesn't taste like milk, but it's not bad. I mean, it really isn't. So it's actually kind of good. Nothing takes the place of milk, but it's not bad. So I've got a little bit of variety. Most of the guys that you'll watch and the advice that you'll get from guys that do this will tell you to make sure you mix it up, because you don't want to be eating the same thing every day. And that may be the case. I'm certainly not going to dispute anybody's word, especially the guys that have experience at it. But in my everyday life, doing what I normally do, my normal routine, I eat the same exact thing every single day for breakfast, the same thing for lunch every day, which consists of a bowl of oatmeal and a glass of milk, a pack of crackers, and one of those little bitty keto fat bombs that you saw. That's my lunch, a pack of crackers and that thing, and some coffee. And then the only variety that I have in my routine is whatever my wife wants to eat for supper. So I could pack the same exact thing in these bags every day and be perfectly fine with it. I'm almost 100% positive that I could do that. But I know I could if I was hungry. But anyway, I'm just really going to alternate. My suppers are going to alternate a little bit, and also my breakfast. I'll go cold, hot, cold. So that'll be that. I've thrown in this bag think I got 3 bags of ramen in here because you just can't go wrong with that. And the tortillas that I showed you earlier. So that's going to be my daily meals. I've got 5 days worth in this bag, and my goal was to have 5 days worth of food at 10 pounds. So we're going to weigh it and see what happens. Clear my scale. I've got everything, all my food for 5 days packed in this bag. Got my scale here. Got 5 days worth. Let's see what this dude weighs. Push hold. All right. So there you go. So I got 10.1 pounds, 5 days worth of food. Now the trick's going to be getting it put in that bag with all the other stuff that goes along with it, plus camera gear. I hope that you enjoy this one. In a few days, maybe tomorrow or sometime, I'm going to start putting everything together, and I'll show you everything that's going in my bag that I'll be packing straight into the mountain. So we'll see how that goes.